What's happening, everyone? I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, and for this video I'm here to provide you guys with my review for the Razer Naga 2014 edition gaming mouse. In this review I'll be going over the design, hardware, performance, and in the end give you guys a final verdict on a scale of 1 to 5. So let's go ahead and start with the design. So here's what the mouse will look like. As you can tell right off the bat, it almost looks like an ordinary mouse, but the few differences here besides the light up effects is the fact that it's much larger than a small mouse, and of course it also features a numeric keypad located on the left hand side. On the right it does have a little bit of a grip for your pinky rest, and of course on the front it almost looks like a pair of exhaust fans. And on the bottom features your detailed information about the mouse, such as serial number, product, and of course letting you guys know that this is the 2013 or 2014 edition. In this case we have the 2014 edition mouse. One of the main differences between the 2013 and 2014 is the improved numeric keypad. In the 2013 edition the buttons were much larger, they were not mechanical, and you had like these little basically little tabs that you're able to put on there so you can tell what buttons are which. But here they improved that dramatically by giving you guys mechanical buttons. The numeric keypad is a bit smaller, and of course they change it up in terms of how do you know which button is which by giving it a little bit of a design to it. Like some of the buttons are indented, shaped differently, which is really nice because that helps indicating which button you're pressing. So next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the hardware, in which in this portion we're going to go ahead and switch to the Razer Synapse 2.0 program to see what the program has to offer for this mouse. Okay, so as for the hardware, we're going to go ahead and take a look through the Razer Synapse 2.0 program. So when you plug in the mouse after it updates and all the fun stuff, you have quite a few options here. Now the mouse does feature a total of 19 programmable buttons, so you can switch that however many things you want to do or whatever you want to use for. As you can see here, you'll have a total of 8 different key maps. So you could have these for different things. You could have a few games set up for your MMOs, which is the primary use for this. You could have it set up with your first-person shooter games. Maybe you want to use it for your programs, because you don't have to use it just for gaming. You could use it for other things like web browsing and whatnot. So you do have a lot of different options here, and you can set up your different profiles. You can name them. You can link it to your programs. So just a lot of features here, so you could set these up whatever you want to use for, and of course you click the side view, you can set these up. For me, I just keep it as the numeric keypad for when I'm playing my MMOs or first person shooters. It just makes it a bit easier that way. Next up, you have the performance tab, and here when you get it by default, you're going to notice that the mouse feels a bit slow on screen, as when you move it, it's not moving as quick as you want it to, just more like a little bit slow. That's when after you update it, you go here and to fix the performance to where it fits your needs. As you can see, it goes up to about 8,200 DPI in terms of movement, and of course you could also just kind of eyeball it to fit your personal needs. Like for me, when I'm not gaming at the moment, I like to keep it at 3,000, but when I'm in the gaming spirit, I like to put it at 4,000 or 5,000. I kind of switch between the two, which is really nice because I could just activate the different programmable features on it. And of course you also have your acceleration down here, which I don't know too much about, so I just tend to leave that alone, but that is there if it's an option for you. Next up, another cool thing is the light up features. As you know, there's 3 portions of the mouse that lights up, which is the mouse wheel, the pulse effect from the Razer logo, and the numeric keypad on the side. Here in this option, you could actually choose to have certain ones off, or you could have them all off if you want, or you could just kind of switch between them, or if you want, when your display goes off, you could just have the whole light up system turn off once your display goes off. So you have all those different options, which is pretty cool. I like to have them on because it looks cool, especially if you have like the Black Widow or any Razer keyboard that has the green lighting effect. Like for me, I have the Battlefield 4 Edition gaming keyboard, so therefore I have a set of orange lights and green, so it's not like you're able to change the colors or anything like that, but it does look cool when you have the light up effects activated. And of course the last section is the calibration, which is pretty cool and interesting. If you're using a Razer mat, you could actually go and select what kind of mat you have and it'll calibrate it to work with that in a few different ways. So they have all like their own personal setups for each of the different mouse mats. Or if you're using a different mat, you could go to others and you could add a mat, and then you could set up customization for that, and of course the lift off for when your mouse lifts off the actual mouse pad. But overall, it's very simple to use. Like I said, you have a total of 8 different key maps, 19 programmable buttons, so you're basically all set for what you need to work with. Now, as for the performance, how does this mouse perform? And I gotta say, the mouse performs great. I've used this mouse for a bunch of MMOs. I've tried first-person shooters, other games like fighting games and whatnot, and I gotta say, the mouse performed extremely well for everything I was using it for, and even linking it to some programs such as Photoshop and Sony Vegas helped tremendously, and I got a huge improvement overall compared to a regular mouse. Overall, like in the end, like for me, I have small hands, so it took a little bit of while to kind of get used to the form factor of this mouse, but just getting access and used to the numeric keypads on the side was really easy to do, and the fact that these are mechanical buttons and the fact that they're also shaped differently kind of makes it easier to indicate, okay, here's this button, here's that, that's the one I need, and the fact that they're mechanical, giving you that tactile feedback indicating that you did click it, helps out in the end. So as for a final verdict, what will I give this on a scale of 1 to 5? Honestly, I give this a full 5 out of 5. Now they do have another version. For those of you who are not right-handed but left-handed, they do have a left-handed version of this mouse if that is what you're looking for. But yeah, a 5 out of 5. It works well. The fact that Razer Synapse offers a lot of additional functions for the mouse. You can increase the DPI to what you need it for. You can leak it with programs. It works great with MMOs, first-person shooters, you name it. So once again, a 5 out of 5 is what I'm giving this. If you guys have any questions about the mouse, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you want a recommendation, would I recommend the 2013 or 2014 edition? I recommend the 2014 edition because it makes some improvements compared to the 2013 edition mouse. But once again, I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion, and always remember guys, Gamerfuzion empowers your gaming.